Oh, a lot of respect out from Blacklist, taking out the Techies and the Ench. Same bands from Talon, taking out Cuckoo's Rubik and KP's Magnus. So they've got a very good idea as to what Blacklist has been successful with. Maybe coming back to scrims. They've seen that a couple of times there as well. I'm wondering what their opener is. Alchemist is there, Medusa's there. You can kind of just try to sneak one away if you want. Although I feel like
Coddle,
both these teams don't... Yeah, Coddle. Yeah, the Underlord, Coddle. There's a lot of options, which means, again, pretty funky first phase bans, not the typical ones.
I mean, I think Talon is just banning these two for like the opening, because I think Blacklist feel really comfortable every game just opening with the Rubik, because Cuckoo just plays that hero and it doesn't matter like where he goes, he just wants that hero. A little bit too much on the
AFK.
Are you sure, John? Because I remember them saying you weren't like 3 kills in 20 rounds.
If they were watching my camera, I was teleporting. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Are you sure, John? Okay, we get the Underlord.
That's fair. Safe. Secure pick.
Who do we pick? The Coddle or the Underlord? Oh, if we need to fight Medusa because we can only pick one hero, maybe we'll just pick the Underlord.
Yeah, I mean, the Underlord can be a good solution. Again, we saw Medusa struggle against a lot of damage reduction. Crimson Guard kind of tickles even at the late game.
I mean, they have the 8 pick anyway, so I think they're gonna be fine.
There it is. Okay, that's your foundation. Yeah.
Because I think if Blacklist doesn't take the TB here, Talon can just take the TB at the F8 and they have to fight Underlord and then TB. Where's your damage gonna come from?
Yeah, it's going to be lacking. I'm wondering how Talon wants to deal with the Terrorblade and their core down the line.
I mean, Underlord is already pretty good against TB.
In terms of damage mitigation, but like just a direct core for you. Like Alchemist, I think, is kind of taken out of the pool. Even though, again, you have Underlord to kind of help, but it's still not that great for Alch when he's behind, or even. But you can still enable it. Like it's one of those things where it depends on how confident you are in enabling the Alch, I suppose. They go with the Faceless Void instead, which I honestly like seeing. It is ballsy, but this is like a very...
That's a 23 staple.
Yeah, it's a staple. And I feel like I haven't seen it in a long time.
Maybe they're just like, don't let this TB sunder.
Probably. I'm wondering how they...
If he managed to sunder, I think Faceless Void is just quite a decent hero against TB because he don't have to fight within the reflection. He can also kind of undo the sunder. And obviously his chrono can stop TB for a little while if that's what they need.
I am curious what Talon's idea for damage in the chrono is going to be. I don't think you have a lot coming out from
Underlord is pretty decent, but yeah, you can still pick a lot of damage heroes.
Yeah, like...
Skyra's still there.
Sky would be an interesting option. I wonder if that's something they kind of gun for Mikato as well, or if he goes for just his standard Spirit Brothers if they're left in the pool. Like either one kind of works out, especially if Blacklist pick another support without that much control. Like again, kind of going back to the Venomancer last time, although probably not coming out a second time. But you know, like a support that does lack hard control, then you're going to have issues dealing with just this Void jumping around in the first place. Potentially the Mikato hero coming out. Talon has a lot of leeway in what they can kind of figure out here.
You know what? I think Talon can just take the IO Lash. Although I don't think it's a good thing to pick the Lash against the TV, but still, I feel like you have Underlord, you have FE. It's not too bad.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, could still slot in. That would be one way to kind of get damage in the chrono, I suppose.
IO sound isn't bad either. You can catch the call.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, some backline would be really good. They still ban out the KP Timbersaw, which is fair. Again, his performance was pretty strong.
I mean, these two heroes can't lane Timber, and they can't really do anything to Timber early on.
Yeah.
Mike looks a lot more serious this time around. No more picking Veno.
Look at his face. Look at everyone's face. Like, no Veno, okay? Understand me, look at me, no more Veno.
Yeah. Where's Tim's? Why do we never have a Tim's cam? So confused. I want to see Tim's. I want to see the PC Center, man.
Raven's got that, like, you know, the Yuji Itadori hoodie.
Yeah. The anime pro tag.
It's blue.
Just not color matching. He looks a lot more stoic now as well. He had a little grin when the Venomancer is picked up. So maybe the time for games is done.
He's dead inside right now.
Table. Damn. Look at that.
Yeah, they got a cool like map thing.
Sheesh.
Maybe
I
just
wonder if they
enhance
can
the
draw
notes.
on it.
Want to see what's on the whiteboard?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Enhance.
No more Venomancer for Cuckoo.
Yep.
They ban out the puck now in Blacklist, so that's the mobility hero from Talon that they will kind of take away. Again, Kotl probably doesn't control it too well. I'm wondering,
10 seconds.
what's the pickup here?
I mean, I think Talon might be flexing the underlong. Oh,
I guess to save
It's a
from the
chrono counter, yeah.
Yeah.
wouldn't Oracle this kind of heroes would be better? I mean, I guess at least VS can kind of play aggressively in a way.
Yeah, and
You can also play it core,
remaining.
I guess.
yeah, KP has played it a lot in the off lane. Again, from his
5
time in
seconds
SMG,
remaining.
afterwards on Talon, he didn't do it at all. But off lane Venge is one way to play. God, are they actually going to go for something really weird? Off lane Venge and support Alk? That was the way that SMG used to run this, and that's the way KP used to play this Venge. I don't know if that's recommended, but it is a very strong lane. Lots of minus armor to play with unstable concoction.
Talon
I guess.
Esports turn
Not
to
ideal, not
Radiant
ideal, but
team pick.
There's your gas station.
ah, there it is.
Storm Spirit.
This is Pugna Storm.
Instead of IO, it's Pugna.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, yeah, it's into Terrorblade, so Terrorblade's always
Yeah.
going to be a bit annoyed pre-BKB, pre-Manta. You've got damage to pump into the Chrono. You can heal
10
up the
seconds
Faceless Void if he's in trouble.
I mean, the Pugna can just destroy the TV's illusions. It's very
5
effective.
seconds
It's a little
remaining.
staple of the Berlin Major, no?
Yep.
Pugna Storm. Gas, gas, gas.
Gas, gas, gas. And for
I still
Black...
feel Blacklist like the kind of damage that they need to kill a hero though. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you have
Yeah.
the stun from VS and then what's next?
Well, to be fair, I guess there's a... Well, no, the timing's a bit late, but the damage from Missile could be really high, plus your -2 talent, plus Chakra. I guess you could spam that. It's not bursty, but
Yeah, but like, can
It's a
you kill
lot.
them fast enough before they react and, you know, like Storm press his
Yeah, no.
ultimate,
No.
FB press his Q. Obviously, you're not gonna try and kill the Underlord first.
that'd be very, very sad. I think that's the only word. If you jump that Underlord first, not ideal.
I think Twitch chat would call it Sag.
Sag for
Actually.
sure. Sag for sure.
Pepe
Oh.
hands.
Pepe hands. You can't see any of Fuku. It's just like
Talon
arm and
Esports
leg.
turn
Look,
to
look at him, Pepe. It's like, no way, no
Aw,
for
don't
me.
cry.
No way, no for me.
No, magiyak na.
I can kill the Pugna wards, why not?
The Ember pickup comes through, so you get the
10
Ember versus
seconds
Storm
remaining.
lane, which is fairly stable for both sides.
5 seconds
I still
remaining.
think they didn't really tackle this Storm FE
Yeah.
issue though. Yeah, sure you
Radiant
have the
team
root, but
back.
like, where's the damage, you know? I mean, sure, Ember is one of the most stable mid heroes that you can pick.
I wonder what their KP hero is going to be as well. Again, I raised the potential for Venge, but honestly, it's probably better
Talon
off as...
Esports
Well, I
turn
say
to
it's better
ban.
off as a 5. It is universal, so you could try it as a core, potentially.
I feel like it's a stretch. I feel like I don't know, against Talon's lineup, you know, it's just a aura
10
meta, man.
seconds remaining.
Like,
I mean, they do have the last pick, so I feel it is a
5
KP last
seconds
pick.
remaining.
against Storm and Pugna and the Uber Lord, you might want someone who can hold a
Team
pipe.
ban.
I was thinking of something like maybe the Brewmaster slides through for KP.
Oh yeah, that is a KP classic.
It is a classic. It allows you even more ways to counterplay Chrono. It doesn't provide you with harder control for the Storm or the burst damage though, but again, more control, more team fight. Aura carrier as well.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
10
Like, you can
seconds
also
remaining.
just find the Pugna.
5 seconds remaining.
Actually, that would be quite an interesting match to see if KP gets to play his Brewmaster, because that's like what he played on Talon so
Yeah.
many times.
It's one of his 2 heroes in Talon.
Oh,
I'll show you.
For a while, it was that way.
yeah.
Literally just first phase ban, Brewmaster, and DP.
Talon
then it would be a
Esports
pretty tough
turn
game.
to pick.
Windranger banned.
Huh.
What can Talon pick here though? It should be a support pick, right?
Probably their 4.
What Q heroes left?
10
doesn't have
seconds
any
remaining.
too many funky options left. Tiny's just kind of
5 seconds
meh.
remaining.
Dead. Ditch. Ditch hero. All the Romo Puzzle now ditch.
I wouldn't mind something like, say, it's kind of out, but Lion could be decent here. Gives
Yeah.
you control burst,
Can be quite good because you can pair it with the Storm early
Yeah.
on.
and it gives you another top up for Storm because you can get
The
your mana
reverse
drain
mana
restores.
suck.
Yeah. And you get your shard, you can do that while the Storm zips in, and then if he's in the right spot when you start, you also suck everyone else. It's pretty fun.
We need to be in
I like
the battery
All the
meta,
suck.
yeah?
Yeah.
Sucky
Radiant
sucky.
team
Oh, it's the bounty hunter.
Oh
All right.
my god.
This does look more like a Q hero.
That it does.
Not the sucky sucky.
Hold up.
all the channel sucks.
Where are you going?
Guys,
I'm
come
talking about
on.
sucking mana.
Yeah.
All right.
The mana drain.
10
Where are you
seconds
going?
remaining.
Come on.
Okay, what's Blacklist's last
5
pickup?
seconds remaining.
You know, off lane potentially, depending on whatever this Venge is.
I still feel like the Brewmasters.
Yeah.
I think,
The
yeah.
safest
Talon don't
bet.
really have what they need to kill the Brewlings.
Yeah,
there it is.
It's
Yep.
definitely just the Brewmaster.
The KP Classic.
I mean, they've got a lot of ways to deal with 23. If you don't manage to catch KP and Bosku, then it becomes really troublesome for the Void to just look for these bigger chrono kills. At the same time, to be fair, like the hold for something like Mikado is kind of lacking. Whereas you could argue the same thing is there for Talon to hold down the Ember, but you have a root if you manage to catch him off guard. You have Chrono to always rely on.
Shadow Walk has a short stun.
Shadow Walk
Yeah.
is pretty damn annoying as a stun as well.
Yeah.
So you can kind of use that to set up for some of those other control pieces. Whereas for Blacklist, you have Magic Missile, which you can dodge as a storm. And that's pretty much it.
I think
We have
10
chains.
seconds remaining.
Yes, chains,
I
but
think Talon is just thinking, okay,
We
guys,
have
this
the
is the
Cyclone.
plan. We will
5
steal their
seconds
Wisdom Rune.
remaining.
We will have Gate. If anything goes wrong, we will have Underlord to save you. Alright? Our strat now is just to steal the Wisdom Rune.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I really like Blacklist's draft much better this game than their last game, though.
Yeah.
For sure, for
Yeah.
sure. I think it has a really good tempo to it. It has a way to play. You've got a really nice combination of with a Coddle down the line with the Terrorblade, and a Coddle Brewmaster lane actually should be pretty decent in applying
Yes,
some
it
early
is.
harass as well.
But I think it's still a really free game for the Storm though. Like
Yes,
none
yes.
of the heroes can make the Storm feel bad, and Storm and Bounty can be quite sad for the Ember, not gonna lie. Before his 6, and if the Bounty just keeps going on, because I think the Underlord can sit alone in his lane very early on, yeah.
Well, we shall see if Blacklist is able to take this series to a 3-game series. Totally losing it. But yeah, I'm going to throw you guys over to our casters.
Winter decided to style his hair. It's not really too visible, thanks to the distance here from us to the coconut shop. You know, we had to set this up because people kept throwing casks at us, and we needed to split fast enough before it bounced too fast.
Phase shift.
Phase shifts. Is that what you do? Is that what you want to do right now instead of casting this game with me?
I wish I can phase shift and relocate home.
But then you have to be back, 12 seconds later. Just so you love your wife that much, is it?
Prepare for
Oh,
battle.
you should send her this clip. I'm sure she would really enjoy it. And we are enjoying this series as well between Blacklist and Talon. What a perfect segue here, as it's going to be make that Talon, who are leading 1-0 here over the side of Blacklist Gaming. I see both teams actually heading towards each other on the map right now. And a couple of good luck, have funs as well, coming out from Talon, who said, "Good luck, Damien." KP says, "What the WTF? He knows my name." So some good banter as teams are actually going to dodge each other out. It's Talon sweeping through the Radiant jungle, and it's Blacklist who are wrapping
Wow,
around.
that's a very interesting smoke.
Yeah, I know. I've never seen this before. I thought they were going to take... this is
that's a lot of interesting things you can do nowadays with the 30 extra move speed you get at night before
True,
the
30
true.
seconds to battle.
Can they kill this guy? They need chains if they want to. Carl doesn't want to get chains. That's observable on the high ground.
It's pretty good. Blacklist I don't know if they want to fight around this, honestly. They're not really leaving so far. There's a sentry. They need vision up on the high ground, and they'll be able to at least get the D ward there.
5v5.
Yeah, 5v5 fight. You've got a Coddle on one side. We'll see if KP's can actually... No, KP does not care about this 5v5 fight. He's making the money move, and that means I think it's going to be...
He's going to get 3 runes.
I think he's going to get 3 runes.
All right, tip the man right there, man. This guy deserves a raise right away.
He does. I don't think 23 is going to be able to beat him. The cooldown on Time Walk is pretty long.
Who's faster? 310 on the Brewmaster.
Brew. I think Brew beats him. Oh, let's see. 23 taking the inside line. KP snags it. 3 bounty runes there. Easiest net worth lead of KP's life.
Oh my god, this is so much fun even before the creep spawn. I wish every game would be like a race between 2 heroes to the bounty runes.
Yeah, we kind of got teased a little bit, right? As if we were going to get to see a 5-on-5 fight. Didn't end up actually going down. Instead, we have ourselves a nice race to the top lane where KP calmly walks up top, doesn't miss any CS, and immediately gets to work. Yeah, I would expect to see next level in the Cinder Brew here. This Thunderclap, this Brewmaster hero, now that he's universal, my goodness, does he do a lot of damage in this lane.
Every single universal hero does that right now. Like I feel like these universal heroes just hit way harder than they should, you know. They buy all the stat items and they right click me and feel like, what is going on? Why does it hurt so much? I remember this hero does not hurt that much in the last patch.
You playing much Bounty Winter as a support?
Nope. Hate that hero.
Q has been playing it a bit. I saw in his Dota 2 Pro tracker. Seems very much like a hero, in my opinion, who is very much like a Necro right now, where it's like win lane, lose game kind of a hero.
And he has Blood Grenade. Blood Grenade is like made for this hero.
Oh, definitely. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he's strong right now. There's a reason why he's so popular, especially in pubs. But I believe, you know, for Talon this game, we need to see them kind of connect on a lot of these track kills and really make him pay off, like literally with track kills. Otherwise, I think this hero kind of falls off. If he's not able to play some stage of the game where you can kind of threaten to interrupt and stun the Venge, then I feel like this hero's a bit lacking. As mid lane, that is going to be Carl getting some good damage onto Makoto. Ember Spirit, though, with not enough cooldowns here to really make a play back at him.
Yeah, both players really know the limits of their heroes, you know, taking things to the maximum point until they can push it. So Storm, Mikoto, he gets the creeps on the high ground, so he should be a little bit more happy with this.
Is that Flame Guard again now? Does at least allow Carl to get in the range here? What kind of heroes do you know Makoto for? When you think about Makoto and mid laners and his heroes, what do you remember him from? Because for Carl, it's certainly Ember Spirit for me, is up there. And maybe down there now if he's going to end up in the ground, but no, last auto attack's not enough damage. Yeah. Oh, careful. It's Q. You sneaky lad, steals that gold, gets the blood grenade, the uphill miss. Q needs to go once more and has the kill. Yeah. Even tried to give it to Makoto there.
Very nicely done with the double stun from the Shadow Walk. That's very, very nicely done. Like Storm is gonna, like this matchup feels like, I remember like if Storm is able to get like some kind of lead with the support roaming in, it could snowball very, very quickly. You know?
Exactly.
And if he gets the 4-minute rune as well.
We'll see how that one actually goes down. Down bottom as well, we do see that they've actually used the meta. That's a meta level 2, and it's a pretty easy kill there. If you're thinking about stealing a little bit of gold, then we'll be able to do so.
Yep, immediately punishing because they realize the bounty is not here. Underlord's alone. So they made a move right away.
It's pretty important, though, to enable your Storm Spirit in a game like this, though. I would say Underlord, you know, just has to kind of grit his teeth and get Vanguard up and then play as
and normally you have 2 points in the Atrophy Aura at level 3, you know. And maybe he felt like the lane's still going well. I feel like maybe if he had 2nd point, he might have lived there because he almost lived there. So a bit unfortunate there for the Underlord. And right now he's going to be back to his lane trying to finish his Vanguard as soon as possible. And Q is back in the lane to help him to make sure that he gets to the Vanguard.
Top lane, KP once again finds himself spending a lot of time alone. We were just riding along and seeing the Coddle there farm, stack the meet the hard camp that is, in the triangle. But mostly it's been fine, you know, this is more of a defensive support, I would say.
Here comes Q.
Yeah, there's Q again. TP instantly proc. That is going to be a Vengeful Spirit Stun incoming. Nice job avoiding a bit of damage. And actually, it's going to be Boss Q picking up the kill, pardon me, onto Makoto. Wow. Q is going to be second to go. There's the tip from Carl onto Boss Q. Nice job, Boss Cuckoo.
I mean, this is such a big swing right now. Like getting those 2 kills. I mean, if Ember died there, I feel like the Storm is just going to be balling out of control.
It fully recovers Ember. Now he's even got a level advantage, right, with the 2 kills in that lane compared to his solo death. So it's a pretty big move here. Of course, Storm is about to hit level 5 as well, literally wrong, but big moves coming in there. It's also really important, I feel, like when you are rotating on these very level-dependent heroes, like I would say Avenges, you need to get your swap up as soon as possible. You want to get more damage than Imagine. So hold on, KP is going to pay the price. Tims is here, but he's a coddle, so he's not really going to be able to do much to change the outcome of this. And instead, it's Makoto who immediately goes to Carl in the mid lane. Did you catch that?
Nope, I was watching top with you.
I was also watching top. That seemed like it was just kind of a solo.
I definitely did not expect anything to happen after everything that's been happening for the first 5 minutes. I thought like, all right, the supports are leaving mid for once, so it'll be a 1v1 mid and somebody kills somebody.
I'm looking at the Death Summer and he kind of just died. Like electric vortex into a bunch of right clicks and that was it. That's kind of it. So very high action mid lane. We'll see how that actually starts affecting things. As
they're both at equal net worth right now after everything.
Equal levels as well. Q failed to block that stack there. Does end up triple stacking. His first action is the haste.
All right, so this is going to be the new tradition for the casters. You keep track of the runes. So first rune of the game, haste rune.
Tradition. So we're still missing a lot of other runes. Haste is definitely an action rune though. I would say that and DD are probably the biggest ones. Arcane, right? This time for Makoto is pretty
If you're a tanky hero, shield rune could be a very big deal.
I think, yeah, if you're like playing Amara's mid. Jabs could use a shield rune right now though. He is getting gone on pretty hard. And the bottom lane, Bosku failed to actually block Jabs somehow. Got the biggest model in Dota 2, but the kill is easily still going to go towards Raven.
Last game, Oli was the MVP.
Top lane though, KP is going to suffer the same fate as the Nether Blast takes him off. There goes to Oli. It's a TP from Bosku. This time he's a bit too late.
He is everywhere, man. This Bosku. This bench.
Oh, but he's gonna be too late, I think. Wisdom, Bosku. Don't forget, it's 7 minutes.
Bosku.
Oh, Bosku. Come on. Oh, get it!
Oh, well played.
Oh, but he didn't get
he didn't get the rune.
Boss,
How? I mean, the rune is worth more than the kill.
Not what is it, Sadap? Not Sadap. That's okay. He did his best. They get a kill. They're gonna lose Tims in the meantime at the same time.
How did they not get the rune? There were 2 heroes there.
I think they were trying to click the rune and then their heroes just kept attacking from range.
Oh, yeah, that might be a thing.
I haven't seen me all the time. If your cursor's not like fine enough, I don't know.
I mean, the rune actually matters way more than the skill.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, that's why heroes like Kotal, like heroes that can secure the rune are so valuable right now. You go to the 7-minute wisdom rune, you see enemy coming over, you calmly walk across. Hello.
Right.
I have blinding light. Bye bye.
That's what I was gonna say. It's I was gonna say something a little bit different, which is it feels like not only it's tangential, I guess, to wisdom runes, is when you make rotations, like when you TP as a support. And you don't stop the gank, and in fact even die, it's so bad for your net worth and your XP gain. Carl picks up kill easily there onto Oli, still fighting. Invis rune in the bottle of Makoto, so not really an action rune. So what did we have? We've had haste and wisdom. Sorry, haste and Invis.
Yes. So Storm pops the Invis rune right away. Not sure if he can actually use.
No way this works, right? Like no way.
I mean, Bounty is level 5.
No.
Do they do enough damage to kill him?
Nope. To kill him? You mean the bounty? Yes. Because if so, yes. They tried to turn now onto Tims. Q tanky. Took a while.
Oh, here comes the boy. Chronos ready.
Is in. The boy is here. The boy finds himself stunned. The boy thinking about dropping a Chronosphere, but doesn't actually need to. Why'd you call him the boy?
Let the boy cook.
Okay, I agree. Let him cook. Let him cook.
I mean, that's really, really nice to see, like, the carries doing that a lot more often nowadays, like the mid first fight in the tier 1 towers. Usually you see a lot of the carries right now, they'll be really, really active looking for a good initiation, especially if you're a hero like Faces Void, where you have a very big ultimate that you can contribute to the team.
So you do like that, to be clear, right? Because sometimes when you say it's really nice, I can't tell if you actually think it's nice or if it's like
what
whenever...
do you mean? Do you mean like I'm always constantly lying to you?
Well, sometimes they say it's not. You ever like, when you were young, you gave like a crayon drawing to your mother and she says, oh, that's nice. You know?
No crayon drawing, but that's not nice for 23 right now. He has to use his chrono defensively.
He does, and
He's gonna die.
might not save him. Carl is giving chase. That is a max level time walk, by the way, so kind of a difficult kill here because he'll get another one off. No, he won't. Not surrounded by 3.
Just barely. Nice rotation by Raven, you know, coming in the twin gate, trying to push the tower and maybe set up a kill there. So, and they force out the chrono, so that's definitely a really big deal. BLACLIST is definitely starting this game really well.
Push is happening down bottom at the same time. But of course, now that the Jabs has got his Vanguard online, Raven doesn't really have a real big point to be in here anymore. So I agree.
We have a really good game on our hands right now, like a pretty even game so far. A lot of action in the laning phase, and right now we're going to go into the mid game with very minimal advantages to BLACLIST, and we'll have to see, you know, like the Storm and the Ember are going to be the key heroes to watch out, you know, who's going to be able to control and use the power runes to make successful rotations to pressure the enemy team. So we have a DD rune this time on the Ember. So far it's a haste in this DD. So
Still missing Arcane and the regen, which is actually pretty consequential for a Storm. Boulder is going to be hurled there. Ooh, nice job of using that Void Ruling as well, as Ollie will be taken down. Lovely little change. I'm sure it made all the Brew players reset all their keybinds and learn another Panda.
is that worth it though? You're just using the ulti to kill a support.
Yeah, he lived. He wasted the time of the Storm Spirit. He wasted 23's time. That was 4 heroes there trying to kill him. For me, that's space created.
Yeah, and they're now transitioning into the mid tower here, so if they are going to be able to get this tower with the capital, that would be really nice for them.
He'd be active, so Carl's getting to work here.
Yeah, Mikoto has his Falcon Blade ready, but not sure if they can actually do anything to this, you know, they're just way too slow here. KP is also going to get the D-Ward here.
Yeah, that's nice.
Well, everything is just going perfectly for BLACLIST right now. I don't think they can ask for a better start to this game.
Urn is complete as well for KP. We just saw that get delivered mid-fight, or at least mid-Panda form. What else are we waiting for here for BLACLIST? What other moves do they have to make? Because to me, I take a look at this lineup, Winter, and it kind of seems like they just want to fight and skirmish until TB feels like he's just at a comfortable point to take on the basis.
I mean, you definitely have to swap to deal with the chrono, so that's a definitely huge plus. If you talk about the matchup alone, Terrorblade against Void, like Void is gonna be able to kill once you get to level 20 talent with that hex speed, but with Bench, I feel like that's probably not gonna even happen once. So 12-minute rune, so it's gonna be an illusion rune, so not the most impactful one.
So
but
shield,
so it means the next one is gonna be shield, right?
No, shield,
and
arcane, regen.
Okay, arcane and regen. So 2 out of the 3 are gonna be very impactful for the Ember Spirit. So the next one is gonna be.
I think they're all really impactful, honestly. I think with spirits, regen rune's amazing, shield rune's amazing, arcane rune's obviously amazing. I don't have to say about that.
I mean, the regen is the best for the Storm.
But sure, but I think they're all worth fighting for, right? Just because then you take the regen rune away. I like how this is like what we argue about, but it's good, it's fun. I think I would not want to Storm with a regen rune. Either he's gonna like dive me in a fight, and then he's gonna regen and then zip away, and I'm gonna overextend, or he's gonna farm the entire jungle. I don't want him to do either of those things.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it's definitely something that even if it's not useful for you, you don't want it to fall to the enemy's hand. So they're going to smoke up here. Ember is going to join the party with the Bench and the Kotal.
Yeah. See what they can provide.
Brew also has a TP with Split, so this might be a huge fight.
Are they smoking to their own side of the map? They are, but there's a ward here for Talon. So this is going to be kind of a tricky, tricky sneaker.
Hugh might have to try to break a smoke. Yeah.
And he does. We'll see here how things go.
Wow.
This is a wide wraparound.
Jeff knows what's happening, but he might still die here if he waits too long.
Okay, BLACLIST are going to want to try and play around their own ward that they've just planted on KP. KP mid lane in trouble. It forces Tims to kind of TP away. Mikoto as well, and it's going to be just fine.
Radiant's turret has been killed.
BLACLIST then moving as Talon now moved to smoke. Wow, that was a very fast earn into Vessel upgrade for KP. He was just farming.
He has to deal with the Pokemon, stop the Pokemon from healing, and now that Talon's going to smoke up.
There he goes. It's just a Tim's coddle. It's something though. TPs are incoming though.
Yep. 40-minute rune.
He's got enough mana though. Oh, he might not actually if he gets hit by the Panda.
Regen.
Nice
Oh, he doesn't see the regen. All right.
No, he did not. And now he's going to have to leave behind Ollie. Ollie trying to live, gets the auto attack out, denies the regen. A Pyrrhic victory for him as he still ends up going down here to the hands of Bosku.
I mean, this is by far one of the best games I've seen BLACLIST play across all 3 seasons. You know, they really impressed by them, this time.
Help me see some of the small things, some of the small plays that are making that take them from an average Div 1 team to.
I mean, if you just look at what Cuckoo has been doing on a position 5, he's been doing way more as a position 5 than when he was playing his off-lane. I mean, this is already a very significant improvement, and the team feels more balanced. Before you always hear the criticism of BLACLIST having all 3 cores, being too greedy, they always want to farm, nobody wants to fight.
Well, KB does not want to fight right now. He doesn't have split. So that makes a difference. The boy has come in, 23, thinking about cooking. Wants to sous vide some panda, but won't. He doesn't want to make the jump here. Bosco as well in the vicinity might not be proper positioning here. If he gets caught inside of a chronosphere,
nice chrono.
Bad news. Now they're going to be able to go onto KP without having to split it. Oh, sorry, that was Tim's, pardon me. Bosco is going to be still zipped on, or even ups the metamorphosis here. I don't think there's enough damage here for him to go through that crimson though.
The Ember's not coming, so I don't think they can fight without the Ember. Very, very surprised that Terry decides to come in without the Ember coming to the fight.
Oh, that's going to result in a tower as well. Beautiful chronosphere. First big mistake I've seen Cuckoo make this time. Is you have to respect the positioning on Chrono. 23, he's got like that Chrono AoE basically sketched into the back of his hand. Like, he knows exactly what that's like. For him to have been caught, I mean, it was just a support, granted, but
It's not just that, it's like KP doesn't have his ulti. Why are you trying to play aggressively without the blue screen? It's a big part of your team fight at this stage of the game.
Small mistakes, but I mean to continue piling
Small
on.
mistakes with huge implications.
I agree, especially against a top...
Okay, Arcane Root now.
There it is. That's now Shield is the last one. But against a top caliber team here, I think this is another mistake. They're continuing to fight. They're going to be able to
so quickly.
lower than 23 at the very least. Maybe it's more of a mistake for Talon here, especially Raven does not have metamorphosis anymore. We'll see how this goes, but this time at least they are fighting with Carl. Koto's on the run, wants nothing to do with this. And it's going to be Q then taking a dive. Okay, I did not see how they killed.
He just died in one chain and he dies, like the Illuminate and the
Magic Missile
Meta hitting him with the Magic Missile, and he's gone,
Okay.
He has to be very careful, without the BKB he just dies so easily to those, they don't have a lot of lockdowns, but apparently one chain and one stun is enough.
Apparently. Okay, a little bit of back and forth then in the river. Talon not playing a pitch-perfect game here either. Sticking around a little bit too long without the ultis. I will say though, the one weakness I see for BLACLIST in the next kind of 30 seconds or so when the ability still comes off cooldown, we don't have meta alongside the split. There's a split down bottom. Yeah, and Jabs might be dead of this. Q is maybe going to at least get a track out.
Nice dispel from KP, removes the Pebbles, removes the Crimson Guard.
Oh yeah, Crimson Guard is dispellable, isn't it? It doesn't say, you have to check the wiki. It's just one of those things.
That's why Blue can be also like a pretty good hero in the meta where you have a lot of the shields,
the guard buff.
The guard buffs and everything you can dispel.
Dispellable. And I think, no, that's illusion damage. I'm thinking of the mass dispel as well. But this is kind of what I mean for Talon. It's a bit of a scrappy back and forth game. If it's going to KP, I'm going to have to change my tune. I believe I will. I don't think he gets out of this one. The swipe shot from Bosco. KP is going to at least force another zip out from Makoto. He's out of mana, actually. Would not be able to make that last zip, at least not without condemning himself.
Storm's in trouble.
It could be too late. In comes the Fiend's Gate, though. That'll send BLACLIST a rivalry packing for now, but they're going to have to leave Tim's behind, Home Alone style. Oh no, but there's traps in this house. Do they want to go up those stairs? Yes,
big
they
chrono.
do. 23 catches 3 in the chrono. Down goes Tim's. The easily dispatch of KP, but Raven, he's got himself now the metamorphosis active. Ollie's going to be able to correct himself and avoid a lot of that damage with Jabs. He controls the stairwell here with the Pit of Malice. Guard buff active now as Bosco's going to be the next target. In and out from Makoto in this fight. Weaving in. Using his mana perfectly. It's 3 dead here for the side of BLACLIST as Talon outfight him there. Great maneuvering. And there's the shielder.
Yeah, very patient play there from Talon, BLACLIST felt like, they might be having the upper edge in the fights. The fight gets drawn out very long after the swap, the excellent swap from Cuckoo to save the Brewmaster, and they feel like maybe this is their fight to take. But Talon actually bought enough time for the Faceless Void to come in on the side and just finish the fight off with a brilliant goal.
Zaps on in carefully here. Storm Spirit with full on to KP. The heals are sustaining in the Crimson, though. It's so hard to fight it.
The Battery.
Meta. Can't believe Tibbs is fully alive, and now the Vessel debuff onto Jabs. Carl giving chase, wants the kill onto Ollie. Will be not able to get it. It cannot be interrupted. Jabs is going to die in the meantime, though, as they finally get that pesky kill onto the Pugna. Makoto makes it out alive, as does 23. They're just
They have
so eager to fight.
They have to start to respect, the fact that when you don't have chrono, you're not as strong. BLACLIST made the same mistake when they tried to take a fight earlier without the panda split. And this time it's TALON making the same mistake, taking a fight without chronosphere.
I reckon these crazy back and forth scrappy kind of fights are not so bad for TALON though. Obviously it's bad when they don't get any kills.
They have track.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They have track and they have Midas. For Faceless Void to even be in these fights with Midas, I mean now he's got Maelstrom, right?
Yeah, but if you think about that, right, you drag the game with all this back and forth, and you go into a very late game situation, but you're always trading evenly, and in the late game there's always going to be the swap against your chronos. Are you actually truly that happy if this continues to happen?
True, but you would expect the TB to farm a bit faster than a Faceless Void, right?
Yeah.
He's keeping him within range. Like, he's still trailing him by a bit, and some of this is this Midas gold, which people will argue is not fully, blah, 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 doesn't really count. But he's keeping him, keeping him roped in by forcing Raven to show up to these fights. I don't know. I get what you're saying. The Venge is certainly still the problem there. You'll notice I haven't addressed that particular part of your argument. But I think this is what you kind of have to do to make sure your bounty hunter pick actually pays off. Q did a phenomenal job, don't get me wrong, in the laning stage, ganking the mid lane a couple of times. But
I think his time in the game is already over.
Well, he has something to say about that. He's making his way towards the Wisdom Room. We'll see if Raven has the... oh, Bosku, he's here. He's ready. Hold on.
Do they have a sentry here?
Is he going to learn this time? Tims is dying. Oh, no. Oh, come on. This is the most important part. What's going on with Bosku?
Q gets the rune.
Okay, Q got the rune again. They're going to kill him. Tims
How does this happen? How he saw it? I'm sorry, I'm triggered. I'm triggered by bounty hunter.
Well, he just walked in. He's a man on a mission, He didn't care about anything else. Once a man's life is forfeit, Winter, he will fight tooth and nail for whatever he desires. And Q, he's only had eyes. Wisdom runes this game.
Yeah, so back to what I was saying before, when the Void doesn't really feel like in late game. You get to secure the late game because of the swap. That's why the Storm has to continue scaling, and you need to have a lot of items later. You need your BKB, you need a Hex, because your primary job later in the game is to deal with the bench, so that when the Void jumps in and he corners the Terrorblade, the Storm needs to take care of the bench.
This is still really good for the Storm though. I think he loves playing with both of these supports. Q's been providing vision and giving track bonus gold. Pugna, of course, once your ally that you're life draining is full on HP, you begin to restore mana. It's not as good as like a Coddle or a Wisp, but it's pretty darn good as you're seeing.
He's the Moonwell, right? Or the Pugna.
He's the what?
The Moonwell.
The Moonwell.
Yeah, he gives mana and HP.
Yeah, exactly. What the heck is a Moonwell, Winter?
Didn't you play Warcraft?
No, what the heck?
It's the Night Elf. Whatever.
Such a boomer. Don't worry, Winter. The bus is... We started the bus for Back to the Retirement.
So what's the Zoomer way of saying, okay, never mind, don't have time?
Don't have time. Just 23 looking for the chrono. Actually, reverse time walked out. I think he bought that. He must have bought. There's no way he got that from the Tormentor. Impossible. He values the slide whistle return. BLACLIST, base value having the high ground award though. Roche is up. Raven is going to be in the pit. Carl does get caught there by the Pit of Malice. I think Talon needs to wait until that next pit is ready to fight.
He's going up to play top zone.
Q's got the high ground. 23's in as well, but he's going to time walk out. That should leave Q for dead here. It takes a long time to kill him, but they'll get through him eventually. Talon fighting 4 versus 5 as that buyback is going to see Q back to the tier 1 tower, but Ollie's now in trouble. He's going to at least be able to get off a little bit of a life drain as Makoto jumping around in the fight. They're trying to find Bosku. Stun at least is there onto 23, but he time walks back out. Ollie does not have buyback, so this is still a 4v5 fight, Winter. Although Talon have dispatched of the war, Jabs finds himself quite literally in the corner of the map. That's Raven popping the Metamorphosis. BLACLIST rivalry kind of splitting now. We have a couple of heroes in the Roche pit. Seems like they're going to go ahead and try and gather around Roche.
Are we going to see a steal reaching right now?
Yes, I believe so. I'm going to manifest it. 23 Savage, he's not really here. He's cutting a wave in the meantime. But up goes Makoto to the high ground. They got Q. He's up there. They do see Q again. Raven's out of the pit. Roche's going to start regenning up, and they don't have meta active anymore, but Q is going down. That's a dieback. He's dead for a minute. That's well worth it.
I mean, that should secure the Roche, I guess, unless they get some lucky ball lightning with the Storm to steal the A-game.
It doesn't seem like he's too interested in Makoto's TPing out. I couldn't manifest him strong enough.
Man, BLACLIST is just bringing their A-game. I mean, so far, I can't really say they've made any mistakes at all as a team, you know.
Really patient fights. Really patient.
Very
fight.
patient. They're waiting on their timing. They're playing off each other really well. And here comes 23 trying to get a pick up here with the Chrono.
Looks like it. He's assisted with his team. Might not even need the Chrono, especially with Makoto closing the door. KP is not able to get off the ultimate here, and he falls. It burns about a minute off of this age. It's not bad at all.
Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there. You know, KP maybe thinks that his team still wants to stay and fight.
I really like that. I think Talon needs to play a little bit more around Jabs' use of the Pit of Malice. That ability, that item is so annoying for Blacklist, but the awkwardness of that cliff region there with the Wingate kind of made that fight feel about impossible, really, for Blacklist.
Yeah, and so right now the Underlord has a Lotus and Crimson, so he's able to negate a lot of, especially the Searing Chains. You get to remove that. That's a big deal. I mean, removing the other things like the Cinder Brew, the Cauldron Blinding Light, those are the small little things, you know.
Blinding Light is
the main thing is you get to remove the chains. That's like one of the primary disables that they have. And right now, Blacklist, they're moving as a team towards top. KP's gonna go for a Blink next.
How big of a problem is it that Talon don't really have like a dedicated combo in Chronosphere? It's really just Faceless Void in Chrono.
I mean, Firestorm is a pretty good...
Firestorm's aight. Firestorm's aight.
Firestorm, Life Drain from Pagna, don't underestimate those spells.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, there he goes. He's life draining the Dawn Tormentor. I didn't know you could do that, honestly. I guess it makes sense. I just didn't think you'd get HP back with it.
You learn something new every day. Man, Pagna is just... Moonwell, okay? Moonwell.
Yeah, Moonwell. I know that. He moons well. Moonlight says Moonwell.
He's like your personal Moonwell, because Moonwell used to be structures in your base where it's not movable now.
Like the shrine?
Yeah, like the shrine. It is the shrine. It used to be called Moonwell before.
Oh, is that why people called it Moonwell?
Yeah.
I thought they were like... I don't know.
Have you actually not played any Warcraft?
I'm really bad at RTS. I'm not good at them. No.
Yeah, so right now, Talon, they have to try to hold this game, wait out the Aegis. Void, he really needs to get more items, you know, get to his level 20 as soon as possible to execute the perfect team fight where he corners the Trial Blade and the Storm gets to disable the bench to stop the swap from happening.
Blacklist are certainly getting a lot out of this Aegis, though. They're even starting to poke up for high ground. At what point does 23 get forced back, even before that 20 mark?
Yeah, ideally not.
There's an Eye of Scotty up, and now even the Crystalist.
At least maybe level 18 when he gets his level 3 down.
That is soon. Nearly there. Oh, that's a decent zip. I don't believe you can really solo kill Carl, though. Maybe he can. Carl, does he have a remnant? He does. He's just being a bit cheeky.
Yeah, trying to bait him in, but...
DD Rune in the river.
Yeah, once again, I would like to see more emphasis, you know, like having one of the wards on the runes, because when you are playing the mid game right now, sometimes you don't really have time to go and scout and check what rune is spawning, you know. You can only commit if it's a very important rune. Oh my god, 23 Savage, playing with fire.
Sims. Oh, he commits Chrono there. Swap. Bosku in place is going to go for the defensive
that high ground, they can just go high ground right now.
All they want.
Chrono.
They want to chase him. They feel like they can chase him. 23 actually very low on mana, but has enough for a TP scroll. And I think they realize they can't quite catch him because Tim's in trouble, has been solo killed by Makoto. Makoto forced to BKB. They throw a stun on him. Makoto standing still, finally finds the direction he wants to zip in, has debuff immunity, does not have mana. And down he goes. Big old Crystalist hit out from Raven.
No way that was worth it. No freaking way.
I have to concur with you. I don't believe that was worth it.
I mean, I think they can just go high ground here. Like Ember has a TP scroll in 3 seconds. He sends a spirit.
Wait, hold on. Q is stealing Wisdom Runes again.
It doesn't matter. They're gonna push high ground, right? Oh no, they're gonna TP back. Enough of this bullshit.
Did they get it? Did they get one? Jab's got it.
Jab's got it.
No way. They're not gonna get a Wisdom Rune still. Look, Ollie's gonna get his own Wisdom Rune. Blacklist, I have not gotten a single Wisdom Rune.
I feel like they should have just pushed high ground.
I agree.
There's no Chrono.
Well, you know why they didn't? Because they didn't get any of those damn Wisdom Runes, Winter.
Oh.
How could they?
I mean, I guess they can still decide to push the high ground top right now. They don't have split anymore.
Tims is level 11. He's so low level compared to the other supports. He's a coddle. He farms.
That's why I feel like when the enemy steals your wisdom, when they shouldn't get XP, they are denying you XP.
I
but
agree.
they shouldn't get XP for it.
I agree. I think that's a very fair ask. All right, they're going to go high ground now. Fortify is committed here, as Raven does actually use that Metamorphosis. Aegis still online for the... Oh, sorry. Aegis is not online for this end. What counted me?
Chrono in 30 seconds.
I've got another fort. Of course, after your 2 or 3 falls, they do get another one. Wave as well, continuing to push in. So even if backflip kicks in for a little bit, it'll go down here relatively quickly with that next wave filtering out through. But they've gotten the important lane of barracks here, Winter, and they're not willing to stick around to figure out how strong 23 Savage is when he chronos someone more than a coddle.
I mean, it's just a range Rex. I feel like Talon's not going to be too upset about it. And they're going to have a chrono up very, very soon. Bravest Void is level 19, so one more level before he gets the attack speed Talon.
He's getting there, and it's at least 2 minutes until Roche can spawn in, so he should get that reasonably in the next 2 minutes, as long as he keeps protected.
Yeah, so the next important thing is the next Roche, level 20 Void, and hopefully a good double damage. A good little double damage for the Roche fight.
The rune of haste.
Japs is also closing in. Okay, he already has the halberd. Okay, that's a huge item.
That's a big item. 5-second disarm here. Onto, well, primarily the TB, ideally. I don't think you are looking ready for a 5-second disarm onto a coddle. Underneath the ward, though, is Carl make that. Q looking to scout him, ready to make the jump in. 23 as well. Bosku not in range, but they've spooked him. Able to catch him there. And he gets the Remnant out with ease.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, meanwhile, Terrorblade is closing in on his Satanic. That's going to make him have a lot more HP so he can survive. If he can survive the chrono, the initiation, I feel like BLACLIST is just going to straight up win the team fight. If the first initiation from Talon fails, I don't feel like they have anything much to fall back to.
Gotta get it right. See what goes on here. KP rolling around, looking for the red play. He is bold. He is bold going here, as 23 Savage is going to be able to time walk off all that damage. KP makes the jump in, taking quite a bit for this team. Is now Ollie looking to turn. He's fallen rather quickly. There's the Crimson Guard buff. The split is out as well, and they have the lift onto 23. The fight breaking out around him, as that's the full BKB duration there for Carl, but the stuns. Oh, the BKB.
Oh, he's dead.
Died, but it doesn't matter. He died inside his own chrono. The damage, 2 events out from BLACLIST, and Talon sent scattering.
That should be like at least enough time for at least one lane of Brax here. I mean, even if the Void respawns in 60 seconds, he's not going to have chrono. I mean, I don't see what Talon can do at that point.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
I mean, the Terrorblade is just going to run up your high ground. They're going to pop the pipe. Bench is sitting behind him with the Solar Crest and the swap. How are you going to kill Terrorblade?
It's looking a bit difficult now. I think did he go with the 20 talents? I didn't actually see. Probably not, right? Nope, just shy of 20. Look, it would have made a difference there, I suppose, but...
Yeah, Terrorblade is going to get his level 20 talent.
That is? What is he going to take? Conjure Image, you think? Duration? Stats?
I think that's still merit. Usually, I guess people take the Conjure Image duration, but I guess against this kind of lineup where if they don't burst you, you win team fights, the stats might be good.
Makes a bit of a difference, doesn't it? Let's see what he wants to go for here. About to hit that 20 talent. I could see either, honestly. I think he's a carry play. Whoa, what's going on here? Okay, I took that Ember Spirit. Goodbye.
Wow.
Okay.
What actually happened?
I don't know.
He had BKB, so he just died in one pull in like his vortex.
He must have. Maybe BKB was on cooldown. I'm not 100% sure.
That's a very, very big pickoff.
That's a huge one. KP
Roshan is up right now. They could just
they gotta go Roche. Yeah, this is a step back into the game, an open door, a mistake here. As they're looking for more. Raven has Sunder. I don't think we've seen a single Sunder this game, and we're not going to see one here because another overextension from Talon is currently occurring. Jabs is a bit tanky. 23 is now going to make the jump on, and he doesn't have Chronosphere though. Does have a VKB looking to get through boss. Who deletes him with a couple of bashes and his illusion too. KP in trouble, is going to be bashed to death the second time, as there's a Fiend's Gate as well in this fight that has now expired. 3 heroes dead just like that, Winter, for DJ. Sorry, for BLACLIST.
They're crumbling, you know, like all these things, like it frequently happens, you know, it starts off with one person dying by doing something stupid or make a mistake, and then your teammates are like trying to talk over it, and then people lose concentration, and you beat a couple more extra kills, and the next thing you know, Roshan is gone as well.
Whose job is it to, like, you know, maintain order, clear the comms, bang the gavel? So
if you have like a true captain player, somebody that has a strong voice. Ideally, that person has to do it. But if you don't have that particular person, then everybody has like a responsibility to try to put things on track. You know, when somebody makes a really bad mistake, everybody has the right to.
It's big time. Whoa,
to tell each other to focus.
Oh, sorry, that's Bosku. Yeah, no, I get that for sure, right? Can you try and have just move on, right? Yeah. Move on to the next objective. Say, okay, we made a mistake.
It just felt like they were like talking over something, you know, because they were like standing there, not really doing anything, and not really respecting the fact that you just lost your Ember.
Are you talking from experience there? Look, I mean,
has happened to me quite a few times.
I'm just saying, okay, I've never been in a pro game like this, so I didn't have the slightest idea.
Smoke now towards the Roche, everybody's up.
Yeah, and so are their ultis. Buybacks as well is kind of a bit of a mixed affair.
The Venge has a psychic headband.
Roche is about to move though, so they are going to need to try and take this fight.
They did not calculate.
They did not calculate. There he goes. Pardon me, boys. Oh, hold on. They Searing changed him.
All right, this is so freaking awkward.
Okay,
and Talon's all TPing.
Oh wait, where's Roche going? Where's he going? Roche!
Wait, what?
Where is he going?
Talon is going to be so triggered. Talon's going to be so triggered.
They're going back. They're going to fight Roche here.
Like what?
This is not supposed to happen. Look, they scanned the pit, and he's not going to go back. That is unacceptable.
Oh my god.
What in the world?
So it happened because what, the bench stunned the Roche?
I have no idea. Wait, what is Talon? Talon's like what? Look.
Yeah, I mean Talon's like, what the hell just happened?
It didn't do what he said on the box. They demand a refund. Now they're going to take the gate. Careful, sometimes Roche has a mind. The gates have a mind of their own. They got a perma-stun KP, and I don't believe that the stun's in time, and he's got the G's. But everyone's looking at the gate here, Winter. They're kind of committed. They have to take this fight. KP's in. It's a pretty good pit of malice, but Raven, he's threatening, and he is going to go in now. Oh, and the damage he's unleashed onto Ali. He's dead instantly. Makoto's jumping around onto the back line. 23 still looking to try and line up a decent chrono, and he's going to think he found one. That's going to be mostly onto the Panda, is it? Yeah, that's KP. Raven gone completely okay. That was Carl. He's dead. Q as well might end up dropping in this fight, but 12-3 swap back in. Raven doing too much damage. Boss Q setting him up and no buyback, knocking him down.
No buyback.
No buyback on him either. Makoto jumping around the fight with the Scythe of Vice. I can't believe Talon tried to take that fight, Winter.
I don't think Talon knew what happened. It's like, what is this? Why did they get Roche at the bottom?
They got, yeah, that definitely is a plan.
They got triggered. They got triggered and like, let's just take the fight.
They got mind screwed right
Or
there.
maybe they felt like they had to use meta for the Roche. So they are trying to, they assume that meta is down, so it might be a good time for them to take the fight.
That could have been. Yeah, could have been.
Otherwise it would be rather strange.
No, I think that's the most likely scenario here. I don't know why Roche decided to go back. Oh, okay. Quick little kill.
There is only one explanation, Richie. Roche wants a third game.
That's right. Roche wants third game. Which team is Roche supporting? The Filipino one, guys. Supporting the Filipino team. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. I've seen that. That happened at the Major as well, I think, to Game of Gladiators.
That was a completely different thing, right? The Roche just got stuck on the
I have no idea. I've never seen him go back. I can't believe that. Makoto, oh, he's not a mana? No way. Deja vu. We've been in this place before. Ollie's coming in. He's going to light throw him up a little bit. Eventually, he's going to give him a little bit of mana. Jabs and Q nearby. This is a 5v4. Even against that Aegis, I'm so sure I'd be keen to fight. I have brought in 23 as well. His Chronosphere is still on cooldown for a...
They still need to respect the team fight from Talon. You know, this Pokemon with the shard, you can destroy all the Terabit illusions quickly, and you can save, give mana to the Storm. I think Talon, outside of the Chrono, they're still pretty formidable. Obviously, they need to land a good Chrono at this point in the team fight convincingly. But for BLACLIST, they still need to respect the fact that the Storm is still a factor in the team fights with the Pugna behind him.
Absolutely, especially with the Storm able to find pickoff after pickoff.
And the Underlord also got his level 20 talent as well. That's pretty huge with the Aura talent against the Terrorblade.
It's Ember that took the Martyrs plate. Have you seen that before on a core? Is it just for the magic resist, I assume?
redirect 20% of damage delta?
I can't imagine it's for that, I imagine. I mean, maybe, right? If you're going to redirect magic damage towards yourself. Do you know if it's redirected as the same type? Because then there's a good point to
I
that.
have no idea. I've never gotten. You think I get to use this item?
I mean, what, you don't get tier 4s? Maybe. You've got the option here if you want to learn what it does. What, just because it's not moved well, you're not going to use it?
Is under attack.
Push up towards high ground here. The siege is slow but steady. As BLACLIST Rivalry are going to be able to get those melee barracks demolished in the top lane. Aegis here, still for a number of seconds for Raven. That's about a minute, indeed. Confident stuff here. Talon really wanted to use that Chronosphere into the Aegis, of course. They are really getting there here on this
40
game.
seconds.
23's even now committed into the refresher build.
I mean, 40 seconds before the Aegis is gone, so they should be able to take the next fight without Aegis, but Terrorblade, I think if Terrorblade just has buyback, you go in, okay, he does not have buyback. Because if you have buyback in this scenario, he corners you, he's buyback.
Yeah,
you die, you buyback, and you win the fight, and you win the game.
Ooh, thought up for his own refresher here on Raven. It's in his backpack, and that's fine. He'll slot it in as soon as that Aegis expires.
I mean, is that better than saving buyback? I'm not so sure though. I think buyback's actually better.
I think his ideology, Winter, is that I'm only scared of Chronosphere right now.
Yeah, that's why you get buyback.
Well, I have Cuckoo to save me. Bosku's going to save
But
me.
what if he gets
Radiant's
Vortex?
bottom tower
Well, the thing is, the
has
fight's going to last long enough anyway, where he's going to he's convinced he's going to live, that Bosku's going to save him or whatever. Bosku's going to die to create space. And then the fight's going to go on long enough that he's going to run out of his first meta, and then he's going to refresh, and he's going to have another meta to siege, and they're not going to have Chrono, and then you take the game.
So you have full faith in your support.
I do, yeah. Because if BLACLIST lose this game, it's Cuckoo's fault. I mean,
Damn it, Richie. Why do you have to do this to me?
you were the one who was talking about he needs to be there for the sake, okay? You're the one giving, you're giving him, you know, all of these things to be doing. That's a nice shard, by the way, from Ollie to clear those illusions. Does make the siege a bit slower. KP as well, ready to make the jump back in. Makoto has now rejoined this fight. 23 waiting in the trees here. Cuckoo not in camera shot here. He's definitely keeping his distance. There's the jump on in. Wouldn't expect to see it. Makoto though, looking for the backliners. Who has he found there? It's only going to be Tim's. Not a bad jump. Q as well, keeping the vision. They've swapped the sides now for some reason. Everyone
here comes
like
Cuckoo.
high ground. Hey Cuckoo, where's he at? They need to get him out of here.
Oh
Raven
no,
is dead
he
without
blinked
buyback.
wrong. He blinked to the wrong place. He couldn't get ready to swap him.
Oh no.
Cuckoo, no. Okay, now we can truly blame Cuckoo.
Dire's middle barracks are under
Q still looking for the last remnants in this fight, but
Oh
Talon,
my god.
they've lost 23, so it's not exactly a free push for them either. But
They don't have creeps, right? Oh no, there's creeps in bot lane. They can push the bot lane.
yeah, there is.
I mean, that's a huge blunder there. If he gets the swap, I feel like that could have been a fight.
Oh my goodness, no way. The Scythe of Vice. Is this actually going to pay off? Q needs to get in there with the stun, the Pit of Malice.
he missed the
range.
He didn't get the root.
But KP, he completed the TP. He doesn't have split. What's going on?
They're falling apart.
He's got Aeon Disc. Okay. Okay, he's fine. Whew, Winter, it's okay. That was just,
That is not okay if you're BLACLIST. That is totally not okay to not get a swap off. That cannot happen again for BLACLIST.
no way. Nah. BLACLIST is definitely going to pick up that Wisdom Rune. 100%. 100%.
Get ready to eat your words.
Nah, they're going to pick up the Wisdom. Look, Makoto's not even checking. He's like, they've taken the rune already. Confirm they've taken the rune.
Are you keeping count? They didn't get any.
They haven't gotten a single Wisdom Rune.
The whole game?
The whole game. This, if they pick this one up, it's literally.
I thought we were keeping count of the power runes, not the wisdom.
Wisdom. That's why I'm gonna be higher MMR than you next week, because I keep count of the Wisdom Runes as well.
I think we should delegate the jobs better next time.
Okay.
I'll be in charge of the
You'll be in charge of the
wisdom runes,
wisdom
but
runes.
they're easier.
Okay, that's fine. I'll accept that. I'll accept that.
I don't want to be thinking, oh, did they get the shield?
Overload bounce taken here. 25 talent now for Makoto. He's starting to look pretty frightening here on the Storm Spirit, especially with that Scythe of Vice. This Wisdom Rune is still just Bing chilling here, by the way. 20% to backtrack talent has been taken. You can break this one. I said previously in a cast years ago that you can't break talents, and that is generally true. But because this one is actually given onto time lock, break it because it's a passive. There's a handful of other talents. That
Double damage. Is this going to be the game-ending rune right now, Richie?
No, because the game-ending rune is this wisdom rune that BLACLIST really haven't picked up.
Come on, nobody needs the wisdom rune now. Everybody's level 25.
For BLACLIST?
Okay, maybe not.
No.
Maybe Bosco wants level 18.
Bosco could use level 18 for that additional damage reduction and higher cast turn in the swap. Maybe then that would have saved him.
I mean, he had dagger, you know. There was no way he missed the swap there. He just blinked to the... Never mind. He fucked up, and it's not going to happen the next time.
Yeah, that's for sure. Roshan has respawned. Is he in the right pit? He is in the right pit. Okay.
Yeah, he's going to move.
I mean, is he? See, Talon are like, they're setting up bottom because they're like, he's not moving. He's not moving. And, well, we'll see what happens this time with Roche on his trials and trepidations up to the top lane. Off he goes, and there he is. 500 move speed here at nighttime. Look, there, Q, you have to watch. You have to make sure. Check with your own...
They are using the gate?
Wait, where are they?
I don't...
They're in the... No way.
Fiend's Gate? They're going top?
Maybe they're trying to have Roche take the Fiend's Gate so that Roche...
Does that work that way?
Yeah, yeah. No, Winter, come on.
Why are you doing this to me? Why?
Okay, well, nothing came out of the Fiend's Gate. What about the Twin Gate?
Nope, they're gonna TP back and smoke in. Alright. Are they gonna make it on time, Roche? Is that half HP?
It's gonna be close. There's a refresher as well. A big zip in from Makoto, about half his mana. He's looking for Tim's. That has actually scrambled BLACLIST rivaling out of the pit. Jabs as well is gonna cut the eyes out, but careful, Makoto low on the mana. Carl as well, still alive. Raven kind of getting kited around the pit. He took the scenic route here as he's trying to chase down Makoto. Jabs in the meantime getting pushed this way, that way in the fight. Pit of Malice trying to fight through.
Chrono, the swap.
The Chronosphere. He's caught him. Where's Cuckoo? Cuckoo! The swap! It's in time this time, but he's only in more trouble. And the second Chronosphere on the refresher, Winter. This one, it's not Cuckoo's fault, but he's gonna die all the same. 2 dead for the side of BLACLIST rivalry. Makoto's still alive, kiting them around in the Rose Pit in this fight. Raven, he's back in, he's refreshed, he's still fighting. The 23 this time does not have another Chronosphere. Jabs has fallen. Makoto, he's just been chilling in the Rose Pit. Finally, he realizes he's under a lot of
23 damage.
23's actually go ahead and zip on back, but Makoto is out of mana. 2 enemy cores on top of him. He will fall. He's got buyback and an output.
They all bite back.
Q is trying to get out of this fight with the gem, but he's slowed to a crawl and killed off. His 23's doing what he can here on the time-lapse slows. In goes Makoto the second time. 23's committing on this one. There's the life strength. Sunder's available. The not of your silence, and he's down. 23. They've killed Raven twice in this fight. And now KP's gonna be next. 23 now looking to try and finish him off as Makoto still on his second buyback life is here to punish Cuckoo. That's all 4 dead. Only Carl's made it out alive, Winter. What the hell is happening?
I mean, Raven's like looking back at this game, like, should I have trusted my support? Actually, he had buyback, and I was wondering why it took so long for the swap to came out during the chrono. Like, he got slowed. I think he got body blocked by someone.
He was just getting bullied.
Yeah, but he had dagger.
It's well, not, it gets muted, but whoa! Divine Rapier on the deck. 23 Savage has that one at the red.
Is this a troll?
I think they're just gonna win. I think they're just gonna. Well, they've got two in the middle.
Towers.
Yeah, and Carl doing a good job pushing out bottom. Someone's actually gonna have to come back and defend that. I mean, they have Fiend's Gate. This is a big way. Yeah, they got Fiend's Gate. You're right. No buyback though, obviously. Here, this is a bit risky. They didn't even mercy kill Roche. He was like less than half HP, and they didn't even kill him. What in the world?
I mean, I can't see how that is gonna hold this for 40 seconds.
Well, they'll have meta around the same time that
Chrono is up.
TV respawn. That's true, but only one, right?
The second one.
To be 2.
Second one is up soon.
All right. Well, Bosku, he doesn't have buyback. Winter, this is a problem. It's only a mid lane of barracks, though. And Ollie's been the one to send back to defend the wave.
They're just going back to get Roche. Okay, I think that's the right play. Take no risk.
It is.
Get the shot. It's a refresher shot, I guess, for the points.
No, Aegis for the Storm. Revenant's Breach as well for him. 23 did not need to buy back in that last fight.
So Underlord gets the refresher shot. Double pit.
Double pit.
Double fires.
Okay. I'm surprised they don't want to give that to Face's Boy, honestly.
Too many slots.
I think maybe not enough mana. 350 plus 300 plus another, what, 350, right, for refresher? 200. plus another 300. Winter, can you do that math?
Nope.
It's
10 p.m.
It's too much mana. It's too much mana.
It's 10 p.m. Don't make me do math.
It's
10 a.m. I'll
So
do it.
it's 900 just for the chronos, and then another 350, so 1250 plus another 200, which is 1440, which is basically his entire mana pool.
And then you have to calculate BKB 100 extra mana.
Oh my god, I forgot BKB's mana. And Mayol, yeah, there's no way he can't. He literally can't. Just forward faces void. Unbelievable game here. Blacklist rivalry. They were in the driver's seat here. What happened?
Blame it on Cuckoo. I mean, it's not a meme this time. It was actually literally his fault.
But like that swap comes out. That swap happens. Like what's different?
I mean, the first one, the earlier one.
Oh, okay. I know the earlier one. And unfortunately, I think Bosku knows it as well. Talon. This game is looking all but over for them, but now they're going to be able to make a jump on the KP. He's holding on to the Aeon disc, so he's not going to be scared into using the ultimate just quite yet. Now we'll go and commit. See what he's actually going to go
Raven
for.
TPing out.
What?
Raven TPing out.
23 is just going to kill KP here? Are you kidding me?
I mean, the carry build.
Do they have detection? They don't have detection.
Wait, what? What?
The Storm Panda just fled? Wait, hold on, they see him!
Oh my god, I can't take this.
KB actually almost just died because he denied a DD win, by the way. I mean, what a baller move this guy has been. Oh, he got recalled. Okay, he's good. Oh. By the way, Winter.
That's just one cloning.
Hold on, I'm checking.
What, are you still doing the math?
No. Bosku
math?
took the Wisdom Rune. He's not making any more mistakes. He took the last Wisdom Rune, and now Carl took two. Finally, Winter, it's happened.
I mean, at this rate, I'm surprised that he's not keeping the Psychic Headband.
On bench?
Yeah. I think
the evasion's better, genuinely.
No. He has one job. He has literally one job.
But the evade and the active on this thing is really good.
He has one job.
I disagree. Because if he hears Storm zipping across the fight, he just has to activate that, and then he can't get grabbed, and then he can blink it.
Oh yeah, because Storm doesn't have slots for
Storm
detection.
doesn't have slots for detection.
Okay, fine. Okay.
See, I'm Save player, man. I'm Oracle Dazzle Bend player. You need to think about what are your conditions for you to not be in position to do your job. And it's Storm this game. It's Storm and it's Q. And if Q gets a track onto you, like GG, you messed up.
You play Venge and Oracle, I'll play the Underlord.
Yeah, sounds good.
You stand behind.
And then I'll count the runes as well. I'll count all the runes you missed. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, see Tim's up to the high ground. We'll see if they predicted that. They actually did not get a track onto him. Oh, they did. It was purged. Trying now for the classic 50-minute Tormentor play. They actually gave TB the Demon Zeal. Not bad. He has so much HP that it has a ridiculous health cost from full. Almost costs him 1,000 HP to use that ability right now.
Touche.
And
Are scanning.
I feel like if the void drops the Raven, they can still lose the game, man.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. This is it. This is the last tier 2 tower in the game. Blacklist Rivalry, as a reminder, 1 racks away from getting megas. They've gotten all of the buffer buildings. Tier 4s have taken
Who has
damage.
buyback? Just look at the buyback. Void has buyback.
It's not super useful though, is it? If he dies on a siege, for what? What are you gonna buy back?
So on Radiant, only Koto has buyback.
Yep.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good. KP's over 1,000 gold away because he's purchased Refresher.
Yes,
See how that gets used. Careful. Trying to blow up one. It was the Coddle, but he does have the buyback, and he's probably going to have to use it soon. TB could be able to get saved here a bit by that tricky close. He's holding on to it as well, actually, here, Winter. KB is going to use the first of 2 ultis. He still can refresh and go for a second round. There's going to be the lift onto 23 Savage. Makoto has got a mana battery behind him, so at least going to open up this fight for Carl. He's not going to buy back. Cuckoo, though, is under sight. He's going to be at least able to get back for now. Raven is letting loose here with that Metamorphosis active. BKB duration is about to run out, so he has to get outside of this Pit of Malice, but they're chasing down onto this close. They need to get rid of Ali. He's the mana battery now. KP, his first push back again, but the Chrono, it's a solo Chrono. Where's Cuckoo? Oh, there he is, but they're ready for him on the second one. The 4-step pull back in, 5 to 6, and that's going to be a dead Raven, dead for 90 seconds without buyback, Winter.
Oh, I'm afraid that's probably going to be game. I don't see how they're going to be able to hold this without the carry.
Another split. They have BKB.
Where is the damage, Richie? Where is the damage with other teams?
It's gonna have to come out from the Ember. There's just no other way. Bosco unable to save against how much chase, how much pressure that they have. Careful though, they're trying to perma stun KD, but he's got refresh. Is he gonna be able to use that second ulti here soon? No, and they can't channel it yet, and they're bursting him down. Down he goes. Winter, he could have used it in the duration of the Aeon disc, but he chose not to. He wanted to hold on to it. And now, there's no save that came in. Maybe he was expecting a swap. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Blame Cuckoo. Just
I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe legitimately, he might have been expecting a swap, but 23, the damage output's just too high with the Rapier. 3 versus 5. Megas on their way now for Talon Esports as Makoto jumps into the fountain very briefly, dips a toe in there. The 23 Savage wasting no time here, looking to try and end the game. Bosco doing what he can, but that's now Bosco dead. Chronosphere's gonna whip though. That's a big play, but the throw is just falling too fast for the second time today. It's a contested throne going down. The GG is called Talon. They bring this one back all the way from the jaws of